Can peace ever prevail in the Gaza Strip? It's a question that has puzzled peacekeepers, politicians, and scholars alike. The Gaza conflict, a long-standing dispute between Israel and Palestine, has its roots deep in history, and so to understand the conflict, we must travel back in time. It all started in the mid-20th century, when the State of Israel was established in 1948. This led to a mass displacement of Palestinians, sparking the First Arab-Israeli War. The war ended in 1949 with an armistice, but not before it set the stage for decades of tension, conflict, and bloodshed. Fast forward to 1967 and the Six-Day War. This saw Israel capture the Gaza Strip from Egypt, further escalating tensions. The Oslo Accords in the 1990s, meant to be a leap towards peace, instead led to more violence with the Intifada, or Palestinian uprising, in the late 2000s. The conflict took a significant turn in 2007 when Hamas, a Palestinian political and military organization, seized control of the Gaza Strip. The Israeli government, along with Egypt, imposed a blockade on Gaza, leading to a major humanitarian crisis. In the ensuing years, the conflict has been marked by periods of heightened violence and uneasy ceasefires. In 2021, events in East Jerusalem, such as the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood dispute, brought the complexities and tensions within the region back into the global spotlight. As we move into 2023, experts warn that a purely militaristic approach may strengthen Hamas and lead to the rise of new terrorist groups. The blockade of Gaza has exacerbated the humanitarian crisis and fueled recruitment by Hamas. The history of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict shows that violence often precedes significant changes in the status quo. In the United States, the conflict has sparked widespread protests, particularly on college campuses. Inspired by past student movements, these demonstrations have called for divestment from Israel and a ceasefire in Gaza. These protests have led to cancelled graduations and increased security measures on campuses. So here we stand in 2024 with the Gaza conflict still unresolved. The question remains, can peace ever prevail in the Gaza Strip? The answer is as complex as the conflict itself. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is deeply rooted in the policies and actions of Israel, which prioritize maintaining a Jewish majority and control over land. The ongoing conflict is marked by territorial disputes, settlement expansion, and Palestinian resistance. The international community's intervention is seen as crucial to resolving the conflict. Yet, without significant changes in power dynamics, the current status quo of conflict and violence is likely to persist. In conclusion, the Gaza conflict is not just about land or religion. It's about identity, history, and power. It's about people, their homes, and their rights. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions. But it's important to remember that every conflict, no matter how deep-rooted, can find a resolution. It just requires understanding, empathy, and a willingness to change.